I mean, the main benefit of mutalisks at when you're against a mass marine force is for scouting purposes. You can keep the SCVs in the base from mining. You can keep these marines having to run back and go assist. There's only one turret there versus 6 mutalisks. It is possible to take down that turret. You're going to take quite a bit of heavy damage, but if you've got the micro to pull back your mutalisks, probably could have gone in there and done some serious damage to the SCV line. Now he just picked off a siege tank there, I believe. I'm just going to double check, make sure that that's what that was. So yeah, that was a siege tank right there, and these guys just outside of his base. We got the pre-igniter on the Hellion, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage, even so, to the Roach, even with the upgrade. But yeah, look at that siege tank. That needs to get picked off. Hopefully, I mean, if you had speedlings or something like that, could do it. Also, yeah, these mutalisks are fast enough. Go in, take one pot shot at that tank, and then fly off, and that's what he's going to do. Beautiful. Now get back. He did lose about 3 mutalisks, but tanks take a long time to produce. Early in the game, you only got one factory going. It is even, I mean, economically speaking, yeah, 3 mutalisks cost more than one siege tank, but the amount of actual strategic damage that it does losing that siege tank versus the mutalisks. Oh, you got to get these roaches in the battle. To get those roaches in the battle. Okay, so he's got his rally point up in his main base there. There's only 5 marines there. They don't want to push in. They saw those roaches going up. Oh, yeah, they are going to try it, actually. Yeah, but Eladimir, look at this. He's got a great economy going now with 2. Well, this isn't a fully saturated mining base, but he's still on 2 mining bases, whereas Iceman is only on 1. He's got a turret right in the middle here that his SCVs have to fly around. Look at this. He's got 2 SCVs standing there doing nothing. Just a little bit of lack of attention to detail there. This SCV, he's just going to sit there for the whole game, probably, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Zergling here, making sure there's no expansions, no army movement to try and go up and around. So I just want to take a look at the income tab. Look at this, 1,000 to 300. Who do you think's going to win the game when the income is 1,000 to 300? It's a pretty safe bet. Who's going to win that? Look, it's already up to 1,300. He must have just produced a massive amount of drones or something. No, he's just continuing to plug away with 2 mining bases. Now, look at the size of this force now. This late in the game, this size of a force is not going to do a whole lot when it comes to moving out. Okay, so he's trying to secure this high ground. If he had a Raven or something, he could be picking off the creep tumors, but he doesn't. And just from that early advantage, he didn't take advantage of that. He slowed down the expansion of Eladimir by quite a bit, but it just seems to me like he just pumped out a few marines, got a couple buildings going, but he really wasn't thinking economically. As far as the harvesters go, there's 17 harvesters. Ever since that Mutalisk attack on the harvesters, he has not at all built back up his harvester count. That's just amazing to me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Eladimir is a diamond level player, and it just seems to me like Iceman must be in some. He must be playing a placement match or something, because I just can't see diamond level players neglecting the economy this much. 62 harvesters to 17. 62 harvesters is a good number of harvesters, and 17 is really, really not. Yeah, so at this point, Eladimir can just walk right around the meager army. Look at this. Like, what are they going to do? The siege tanks have to unsiege. Oh! And banelings taking out the meaty part of that moving army. This game, my friends, is going to be over right now. He even splits up his roaches. That's something that you do see at the higher level of play. People, rather than having their entire army hotkeyed to one thing and moving them around together, you can split up your forces into a couple groups. Be careful you're not just leaving them sitting around. But let's take a look at Eladimir's camera. Look how much of the map he has covered, scouted. He knows there's no bases hidden anywhere or anything like that, and yeah, okay, a few siege tanks just dropping in here. You'd think there would have been a scan that he could have spent there, but yeah. Anyway, just Iceman's getting cleaned up now. Eladimir is Iceman's a little pissed off now. I just don't get. it. I guess it was a lopsided match, but let's just take a look at what Eladimir did to stay in this game. Well, first of all, he managed to get a base up and running, a secondary base, while he was being contained. His scouting drone, actually, he used to go and get a base that he could help defend with his transition to mutalisks from roaches. He kept good control, good map control, and that includes controlling the scouts that Iceman was able to get around. So this never got scouted for him. And Iceman, I really think Iceman thought he was playing against a Zerga that was on one base, so that's why he just pumped out units instead of going economically. I think he thought he had him contained and he could just beat him one basing, but little did he know Eladimir was not one basing. So lesson learned there, guys. Keep your scouts going, like send your SCVs to these places, or a marine or something, or use scans. I know a mule is worth about 300 minerals, but that scanning info, this could have been shut down earlier. So anyways, that's all for this game. Thanks for listening.